Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to FoodHouse. I'm Nate Lippy. I'm hanging out with Jack Keith, Donator Forge. If you don't know, you're about to. We're gonna make a $1,000 chef knife. Here we go. All right, Jack, so tell me, this seems like an insurmountable task. So why don't you give me the lowdown, the dirty on how to make a $1,000 chef's knife?
Well, you start out with a very expensive steel. We ended up using Damas steel, which comes from Sweden. Damas steel is made by two different powdered steels. It's dumped in a canister, it's heated, it's put under pressure, and it's spit out in a round bar.
It's gorgeous.
It really is, and it's expensive as all get out. So Damas steel is normally charged by the inch, and when we get a 2-inch wide block, it kind of gets up there, and that's one of the reasons that we're making a $1,000 chef knife. My main way of making knives is stock removal. So I'll buy a block of metal, I'll grind it down to a basic shape, I'll form it, I'll flat grind it, and that's
what does flat grinding do?
Flat grind is what I use for the chef knife, which is what we used here, and it pretty much from the spine of the knife all the way through the length that it goes terminates at the blade edge. It's by far the best way for a chef knife to be made. After that grind, hand sanding. A lot of hand sanding after it comes off the machine. Then we take it to heat treat. Damas steel is very specific. It has different soak times. Then we snap temper it at 350. Then we cryo treat it for 12 hours. Then it comes back out.
What is cryo treating?
Cryo treat is, well, I use a home remedy, dry ice and kerosene. It gets it to be about 100 below zero. It definitely helps strengthen the steel. It gets the molecules and everything back together. And then after that, we put it back in the oven for 500 degrees, 2 separate cycles for a total of 2 hours. And at that point, the steel's hard. Mm-hmm. After it comes out of the heat treat, it's extremely hard and brittle. The tempering process controls it back to a certain hardness that you're trying to achieve. And my chef knives are normally about 60 on the Rockwell scale, which is how you gauge how hard steel is. Then after that, we throw it in muriatic acid for half an hour. It brings out the powder in the Damas steel. Damas steel is comprised of 2 different stainless steels. So when we put it in the muriatic acid, it actually attacks one of the stainless steels and not the other. And that's what brings the pattern of the steel out.
So then what happens after the acid bath?
After the acid bath, we hand sand it, we get everything clean, we neutralize the acid, of course, first, and then throw it on the buffing wheel. And then once we get it on the buffing wheel, it brings back a mirror polish that it was before we put it in, and at that point we're done. Besides making the handle, of course, and
walk me through the handle. Like this handle in particular is gorgeous.
Yeah, this handle we used iron wood, which is a fairly rare wood, and we got the exhibition set, which has a lot of beautiful colors, and browns and coppers and bronzes. We also finished it off some liners, which kind of give it a little more depth when looking at it from the side. And the titanium pins are always fun. They change a little bit of color when they get hot.
And how do you shape the handle?
I do it on the grinder.
Is that something you do by eye, or do you have a shape in mind when you see the block wood?
No, I have to keep grabbing it.
Yeah.
So
you just go by feel.
Pretty much. I hope everybody has my hand size, because most of the ones that come out are fit my hand perfectly.
So if you get a Donator knife, it'll fit perfectly in Jack's hand.
In my hand.
I'm just kidding. I've held it.
No.
It's a beautiful handle. It fits. It's not super heavy, but it has a great weight to it.
Something else I do too is I buy the black. You get it in the kids section by the Play-Doh. It's modeling clay, and I send a block out, and I get people to.
Oh, that's cool.
If you grab it the way that you like your handle,
so it'll make an impression.
So it'll make an impression. You throw it back in the box, send it back to me, and I'll make your handle. That'll fit your hand perfectly.
Good to remember. That's pretty awesome. So once the handle is shaped, then what do you do with the handle?
That's when hand sanding. Again, I swear to God, everything comes back to hand sanding. Hand sand it, and then we treat it. I normally use tongue oil, multiple coats. And then after you get it nice and soaked, I throw it back on the buffing wheel. And then at that point, if it's a daily user, your own grease from your hand will continue to condition the wood. It's not going to dry out. And plus, working with this stuff. This ironwood's tough as nails, so it might as well be stone or metal at that point anyway.
One of the most amazing knives I've ever seen. Thank you so much for your time, bro. I really appreciate that. So if you guys want to check out Donator Forge, be sure to go to their Facebook and their Instagram, and their website is coming soon. So keep checking back for that. Thanks again, man. I'm Nate. This is Jack. These knives are wicked. Give me some. See you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm your host, Nate Lippy. Be sure to check out my website, nathanlippy.tv. Find me on Facebook and on YouTube. You know the drill. I'll see you guys next time right here on Food House.